What were we talking about? What did you want to say? What was the thing that spurred us to get on this?
Yes, yes. So we were talking about perception.
From the spiritual skies, your soul fly free. Let your mind find me.
मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनमध्यादिकं वाणी
Love you, so let me love you. So my mind, welcome to my mind.
The thing about perception is, let me start off with an example, right? Like, I've been observing my dog, and my dog, he's a bit aggressive.
Yeah.
He acts a bit stupid sometimes.
Yeah.
I've noticed that he gets aggressive. He starts barking like for absolutely no reason at all.
Yeah.
Like some innocent person will be passing by and he'll start like going crazy at them, or he'll see like a dog passing by, or there'll be like a dog around him,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll go absolutely berserk. It's not even like a calm sort of like get out of here thing.
Yeah.
He'll go berserk. And what I realized with that was that it has absolutely no basis at all.
You're sure he's not hearing something that that you're not aware of or something?
No. This is like when I'm taking him out on a walk, maybe. When I'm right with him, somebody like random person will be going on the road somewhere. Or some dog. Like who what does it matter to him really? Because he'll still be fed, he still has a place to stay.
Yeah.
He still has all the love in the world. It's totally irrelevant to him what's going on there. But still, right? Because he doesn't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Right? He goes berserk.
Yeah.
So what I understood with that was that even though there's no basis, there could be no basis in a thing. What is like actually the truth? Like in Advaita, they use this like famous example to show like how ignorance comes up. It's like seeing a rope in the dark, right? You look at a rope in the dark and you freak out that it's a snake.
Yeah.
But then you actually look, it's just a rope. So it's like it's like that kind of thing that's going on.
Yeah.
Right? The only time that would have had any basis if like somebody was going to attack our house and he like barked at them.
Yeah.
And he scared them away. Like then that has some reality, but not what he's doing generally.
Yeah.
And what most people, right, most human beings are at that level really, is that they are perceiving things so incorrectly.
Yeah.
Like it has no reality. Just like seeing a rope and thinking it's a snake. What reality does that have? It has absolutely no validity. It's just a rope. It's not a snake at all. But you concoct that in your mind, because that's your mind.
Yeah.
You're at that level, so you're perceiving things in her. So, I'm just saying this because there might be some people, I know many people have said this sort of thing, is that, even ignorant, there's some truth in ignorance or something, some sort of misguided idea like that. That their ignorance might have some validity. And that's just really how the whole world is living. They take whatever level they're at as the truth. Oh, this is the truth.
Yeah.
You see, like just like my dog, they see people walking by, they see okay, I shouldn't use that example, but
What?
I was just going to say, like they might see a woman passing by this time, not and they're so infatuated,
Yeah.
right, by the woman, because they're not seeing the true reality of things. They're being guided by something that is very ignorant. That's my whole thing about perception. And another thing, I mean, we're kind of trailing off to a different path here, is that I've noticed that when it's at a personal level, like for example, me and you, or me and someone else I know, for example, at a personal level, right? Is that there's always like unless you're totally rooted to the present, you're being colored by things of the past.
Hmm.
You see who you were 10 years ago, that's still coming into play now.
Yeah.
If you're not totally free,
Yeah.
you know, so that's what happens at a personal level, and it's very, very difficult
Hmm.
for people to really see you for who you really are.
Yeah.
You know, because they're being colored by so many things. So that exchange is all, they're not very free to give their love to you
Yeah.
in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, but when it's like a brand new person, like we were talking about sharing our music to a wider audience, right?
Yeah.
To someone brand new, a brand new audience, they're not colored by anything. They're
Yeah,
just seeing your song
story,
for what.
the story's starting now for them, you know.
Yes, exactly. Who you are now in this moment, what your music is. You know, they're not concerned about how bad you were like 5 or 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You see, unlike these people that saw you struggle and fail many times, and they think you're still like that.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just ignorance, really. That's just ignorance, because the way things should be, you know, is that everybody should be rooted to the present moment, really.
Yeah.
And then they're not colored by anything. They're just totally free. They're seeing it for what it really is. But that type of clarity is like very, very difficult to get.
Yeah. But do you think there's a difference between like, because it seems like the dog thing has nothing to do with the past, you know? So like, there's a difference- there's a difference between-
I did say we were kind of trailing off to a different path.
Yeah.
That's just another thought I had.
I see. So they're just two different things here.
Yeah, two different things, but kind of similar. You know, still about perception and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just throwing some light on there.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. So that's why it's very important for us now to gain a brand new audience. Because if we keep relying on these people, honestly, that's what we deserve. You know, what we deserve, and you can put this out there, I don't care. What we deserve for our songs, which are really, really so nice, so beautiful. Sometimes I listen to them and I'm like, wow, this is so good. How does this only have 100 views or 150 views? I mean, the reasoning is pretty clear. It's because we've never shared it.
Yeah.
And number two, I have like barely any friends apart from you, you know? It's not like I was the popular kid in school or something. Those people, they can share it, you know, and they'll get views still.
Yeah.
But no, it's very important for us to share it with like a brand new audience.
Yeah.
Definitely there'll be people that will enjoy our song, just like that one guy. That guy's a very good example.
Yeah.
You know?
What's his name? Let's give a shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Drent,
Yes.
YouTube name Drent, who's always very supportive of me. And we'll send you the link to this podcast so you can listen to this also. But yeah, thank you for support. And we need to find people like Drent. Yeah, and there are people like Drent, many people like Drent,
Yeah.
that will understand, that will appreciate our songs for sure. But these people that, you know, I have a personal relationship with personally, they're very much colored by the past, and maybe they don't want to give, you know, they don't want to give, and it's fine. We don't need them. Oh, by the way, yes, okay, this is a good one. I watched that movie Kantara. You remember Kantara? I was telling you.
It? Yeah.
Yeah, it finally came out on Prime yesterday. It was supposed to come out like a month ago.
In what language?
But in Canada. It's in Canada.
Okay, nice.
It was supposed to come out like, you know, the 5th of November. But because it was doing so well in the cinemas, they like delayed it, pushed it. Yeah, they kept it in the cinemas.
Yeah.
So let me say this. It was good.
Wasn't that good?
It was good. But honestly, I was like pretty underwhelmed.
Damn.
I was like pretty underwhelmed.
That's
like
a
for what
disappointment.
people are saying, dude, like you don't understand. Every day there was like a new article saying, oh, this movie should go to the Oscars. And it probably will go to the Oscars. And this movie is one of the best movies of this year, or like for a long, long time. It's one of the best Kannada movies ever. These kind of things people were saying.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were obviously saying, oh, it's about the spiritual culture of like the coastal region and stuff. So I was like, oh, it's like the perfect movie for me, for us. Because we were even talking about this, you know, before. Oh, that why don't people make movies like this?
Dude, even Sadhguru played this at his place, right?
Yeah, he probably regretted that later. I'll tell you why. But what people were saying and what it was very underwhelming. But now on the positive side, I will say this, that for a mainstream movie,
Yeah.
right? What is mainstream becomes very popular, like there's like a pop song. It was good. It was very good for that standard.
Would you place it ahead of Dune?
Dude, there's no comparison. Dune is easily one of the worst movies I've seen. That's no joke, people. I'm telling you. Dune is like a really nice, like made up girl, you know, like with makeup, blush, and then she washes her face and she's like hideous. But yeah, Dune was like that. This movie had a little bit more substance to it.
What was it about? Really?
You should still watch it. You should still watch it. The first 20 minutes, right? The first 20 minutes of the movie were like incredible. Incredible. I was like, wow, like this is my kind of.
So the first 20 minutes was living up to your expectations.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes, I was like, my God, I'm not moving out of my seat kind of thing. Dang. I'm going to keep watching this.
How did it
and so the first 20 minutes were incredible, amazing, like beautifully spiritual, like very, very high and incredible. And then the last 20 minutes, dude, the ending of this movie, I've never seen anything like this. Like it was one of the most powerful things I've seen in any movie.
Wait, okay, hold on. You're saying the ending is the most powerful thing ever. You're saying the first 20 minutes are good. So what? The middle of the
so the rest of the movie is like not good. The rest of the movie is not good. Yeah.
How? How is that even possible?
I don't know, dude. Like they really messed up. They totally. And the reason the first 20 and this people will agree almost universally, right? Even my mother was saying when she first saw the movie that she's never seen anything like that ending, and everybody was saying, "Oh, the ending. That's all the movie, really." You know. Just watch it for the ending. That's at least what my mother said.
So it's like, it's not a twist because that's in like every movie. So like, what makes the ending so special? Without giving too much away.
I can't, you know, I obviously can't ruin anything for you. You haven't seen it. I don't want to spoil anything for you. But I'll just say the first 20 minutes had a very high spiritual value. And the ending 20 minutes was very, very powerfully spiritual. But in between, right, I don't think maybe they're fully aware of this, or maybe they couldn't think of anything better. Everything else in there is just like a normal movie.
Really?
Just like useless, irrelevant nonsense. Really, I mean, I'm being a bit harsh, but that was really what it is. They even threw in like a lot of sex in there, you know, just for the heck of. Like, I hate movies that do that.
Yeah.
Hate it because it's almost always like 99.9999. You can keep going % of the time. Sex in movies or TV shows is absolutely irrelevant. It's basically just a porn show. You know, it wasn't that bad here. They didn't get naked, but it's still unnecessary. I was like, come on,
maybe it held the you know, like the dumbasses from, you know, so that they can
leaving. Yeah, no, that's it. But here's the thing: everybody loved the start and the end, right? Universally. I think this is just their idea of what is a good movie.
Yeah, they thought it should be there.
Yeah, so they couldn't maintain that level. When you watch this,
yeah, I said, what do the Westerners do? Oh yeah, they throw in a bunch of sex.
Yeah, where they're like actually doing it. It's basically porn. Here it wasn't that bad, but it was still like pretty nonsensical and useless.
Yeah.
And other stuff, you know, just this guy taking on like 10, 20 guys, fighting them, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. I was like, come on, you have something so good. If you watch the start, right? And you're like, oh my God, is all the movie going to be like this? And it's like you're like getting into the amusement park or something. And then you're like, man, all of this is so bad. It's like all the rides are broken down or something.
Dang.
It's very, very unfortunate, dude. But you know, that still leaves scope for us because we were thinking of movies like this, right? Really, we can. I mean, these people, they haven't found that. They haven't found the recipe, so to speak, to what makes a perfect movie. I thought, oh, somebody's found the secret out. When I heard people talk about this movie. But then after watching it, no, they hadn't really found it out. They glimpsed at it for sure. I think now more people will start imitating them.
That's cool.
Oh, dude, but it was that first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes, that was really it. And midway through, in moments, it has some special things. In moments, though, you know, it wasn't like a continual. And I'll still say that no movie beats those old, devotional movies for me. Just purely in substance. Bhakta Kumbhara, like that my favorite movie, where he like steps, like that has so much substance. It's not as showy. It doesn't have sex. It doesn't have all these things. But just purely on substance, definitely those movies. You'll constantly be in a steady high level. These movies, it's like up, then there you go. Become degenerate again. It's not setting a good example. At all. But that for if you when you watch this and when you see the first 22 and you were like, even you will have the same qualms with it. And even you'll think like, oh, why didn't they do this? Just carry that throughout. Keep it very honestly. That first 20 minutes reminded me a bit of like Princess Mononoke or something. It was at like that sort of level.
Hard to do with live action.
Yeah, it was at that sort of level. In terms of like its spiritual quality. But Princess Mononoke is like fully high. Fully high. This movie wasn't like that. So yeah, very, very underwhelming. Very underwhelming for me. But still, I don't regret it. That ending and that start made it worth it for me.
It's really strange, honestly.
Right?
I would not have
It's a shame.
that.
It's a shame. Are you surprised that like such a movie that I'm saying, it was pretty underwhelming. It wasn't that great, but yet it's been so appreciated by really like the world. I've seen Westerners say how incredible this movie was.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it will be to them.
Yeah. No, I'm not very surprised about that, to be honest with you, because that happens all the time. I'm more surprised that you thought it was so good and then somehow it just got so bad. Like that doesn't make, and then it like redeemed itself at the end. Like that.
Yeah. But you have to stick around for like an hour and a half or something for that, of this pure nonsense, really. But you see, that's now this kind of is very relevant to what we were talking about at the start, that perception thing. This is how the world is. They don't know what they're seeking, really. When it comes to them, they feel it. But they also don't know that there are better things like that, Like you have to become like very, very pure, for example, to understand. Oh, there's these. For example, in my case, I watch these old Kannada movies and stuff like that. You have to become very, very pure, because if you're not pure, you won't be attracted to these things at all.
Yeah.
But yeah. For most people, even with this movie, I'm sure nobody went out saying, oh, I'm going to see God through this movie, or oh, this movie has some spiritual quality. They just went and saw it, but because it has God, because it has a spiritual quality to it, it like caused such a wave, But they obviously don't know that. I'm just saying that if people did know what to seek and what it is that is really giving them joy, what it is to really be, what they should really be seeking. If they understand these things, then they'll change. Then they'll actually seek the more beautiful things. And that will be what's more promoted in this world.
Yeah.
Like Dune, my God. Dune was like the biggest example. Because I trashed it on IMDb, I remember. I gave it like 2 stars or something.
Yeah.
And I remember so many people disliked that.
Did they really?
Yeah. I remember it had like a very bad... I still think more people liked it maybe. But I just remember like many people disliked that review. That's
funny.
Because on IMDb you can like and dislike.
Yeah. I'm surprised people even saw it, honestly.
Yeah, that movie, I think it has good reviews, right? Like 8.5 or something.
Yeah.
This movie has like 9 or something.
I'm curious if it's still good. Dune. Let's see. Yeah, 8.
8. That's really good for a Hollywood movie.
90% audience score on IMDb or not.
My God, that's insane. That's literally insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Clearly, people are very caught up by like the visuals of it.
Yeah, they want the thing is about Dune is like it's a very grandiose like experience.
Yeah, very aesthetically pleasing, I guess.
Yeah,
you can say that. But you remember I was I told you after that movie, I just felt tired and I felt like I wasted 3 hours, or that was a pretty long movie.
Yeah.
It was like we wasted 3 hours of our life. It would have been better off.
Even if you're not even considering the things that you're considering, like the actual
Even
substance and stuff, even then it's like a waste of time because like nothing happens in the story. Feels like the story's just starting when it's over.
Yeah. Yes. Like even in that sense, like something like a Harry Potter, you know, which is like visually and like aesthetically pleasing and still has some substance to it.
Yeah.
You see?
Harry Potter's a good film in my opinion.
This movie has better ratings than many Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, the Harry Potters did they? I don't think a lot of them did very well.
A lot of them are like in the 7s, most of them.
Yeah.
That's pretty good still.
Yeah,
I think a few of them are in the 8s
IMDb.
also.
Yeah.
A few of them are in the 8s also.
I heard Prisoner of Azkaban got good, I think.
Can you check what this movie had? Kantara?
Yeah.
I know it's like very, very highly rated.
Let's see. Kantara. It's got 9.
Yeah, that's... Dude, apart from 9, like big, all the famous personalities of India are praising this movie.
It's not on Rotten Tomatoes, apparently. Yeah, it hasn't been reviewed yet, I guess.
But dude, what's the last movie in America that caused like a stir that everybody was talking about? Maybe like Batman, would you say?
Oh yeah, or like
do movies even cause a stir in America?
The Joker, maybe.
Yeah, the Joker. Yeah, the Joker is a good one. So this movie was like the Joker in India. Like it caused such a stir. You know, like normally
more than that even.
No, it was along the lines because Joker caused a pretty big stir. You know.
Yeah, I guess it did, but not that big.
What about
like the RRR, right?
Yeah. It was along the lines of RRR for sure. Maybe even more than RRR, because yeah, definitely more than RRR because this had very spiritual and culturally specific elements to it.
So there was none of like, you know, like some movies they try to do like a cultural thing just to be like cool. It was like none of that. It was like actual.
No. It was still very like still very like mainstream like.
Okay.
Still very mainstream like, but the good thing is they preserved the cultural elements very nicely. I think for somebody that's you know, even for us in Karnataka and you know like me Bangalore, this culture is not like our culture. That culture in the movie, it's not like our culture in this side of Karnataka. It's a very, very specific part of Karnataka. Very, very unique sort of culture.
It's like a tribal culture, you know? Or no?
Yeah, like a very tribal sort of culture. Yes, where they worship like forest spirits. You know, and it's because and some people, anthropologists say it's like a very ancient Dravidian thing that's been maintained. It hasn't. And now it's become mixed with, you know, over time it's become mixed with like the Aryan religions.
Yeah.
Or maybe I shouldn't say that, the Vedic religions, not Aryan, Vedic.
You could just say that again if you want. Just kidding.
Because then people will think I support that division, you see?
Yeah.
So, but very, very nice. I mean, I've sent you some of those videos, right? Even before we saw this movie. You remember of those tribal like dances and stuff like that? Those that part of it was just beautiful. Stunning. Yeah, can I give you a bit of synopsis or something?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't want to, I'm not going to spoil anything.
Well, I might watch it very soon, honestly, so don't give too much away.
Yeah, I'm not going to give too much. So this guy, the lead actor, right, is like the son of a very famous, like Bhuta Kola, that dancing and that performing, that spiritual dance, spiritual performance, right, that you've seen in the videos.
Yeah.
Where they appropriate gods. Actually, what's happening is the performer is supposed to be a medium. He's a medium, right? And he's performing like a divination.
Yeah.
And he's allowing, or he's channeling the spirit that they're trying to communicate with.
Yeah.
Into himself, and then he becomes that. So everybody's looking on him.
It's simultaneously a performance as well, or is it only thought of as a like a spiritual thing?
At the shallow level, people see it as a performance.
Yeah.
But at a deeper level, people worship that person during that time as the god himself.
And this is portrayed in the movie, like that there is that deeper aspect.
Both these aspects are portrayed.
Okay.
that some people are seeing it out, they don't have faith in it and stuff. That was pretty cool. But yeah, the performer, the medium, he takes on the spirit, and the spirit comes and gives the people the messages, whatever messages they need to hear, and like guidance and assurance and that sort of thing. And then the people offer their sacrifices and things like that too. So and this guy, the lead actor in this, the lead, he's the son of a very famous performer.
Yeah.
Or a very famous medium. So, but now he's like very spoiled. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to follow that line. He just gets drunk and stoned and stuff like that. But so the movie's something about that, and then him coming back, to his own path. So that's the synopsis. And it also portrays like the conflict between, because these people are all tribal people, in the forest. They rely on the forest. They rely on the forest spirits. And now the government, and the forest officers, they have their own ideas about the forest and how it should be protected and stuff. And they're trying to kick out the tribal people. And like,
I can definitely see why this went the way that you said it did. Like the first opening being good, because the beginning, they're probably portraying like the spirit thing. And then the middle is them trying to like battle the government.
Spot on.
He's trying to figure out his life, and that's the whole movie. And then in the end, he comes to the realization, what it's really about.
You figured it out, dude. Oh, that was good. It's pretty spot on, actually. Yeah. So that's what the movie is about. Nice. It's nice. I think for you. Because you haven't experienced this culture that much, even I hadn't experienced it. So it will be brand new, and it might open some new doors for you.
Personally, like I can enjoy like a movie for like the movie part. So like, do you think that was only bad for you because of the high of the beginning?
Yeah.
Like, do you think like on its own it would be an alright movie?
The thing is, that high for me is like what is more natural for me.
Yeah.
I'm always in that sort of high. Like I can watch, I listen to songs, I watch, or I'll do something else, whatever I do, I like maintain myself at that high. So this was at that high at the start, so I was very, very happy, very, very impressed. Yeah. And I was like going along for the ride, and then it kind of dropped off.
Yeah.
You see? So that was the problem.
It's still good, because it could drop off and still be like, all right.
Yeah, it's good. I think for 99% of people, it'll still be good.
Yeah.
The middle part, because it's still a thrill.
Well, like, what'd your mom think, for example?
Dude, my mom watched the movie 4 times.
Oh, wow.
She's watched the movie 4 times. She watched it 3 times since it came out on Prime.
So needless to say, she liked the whole thing.
Everybody's obsessed about this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the best thing to do now is for you to watch it and just make up your own mind of what you think.
Yeah.
I've given you my piece. I've given you what people think of it. I think it'll be good for you to watch with your family. You said they're over for Thanksgiving, right? So try to get them to watch as well.
They're leaving tomorrow.
They're leaving tomorrow? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe just your parents. Well, just try.
Here's the thing, though. Like, I could watch it in a more intimate setting, like in my bed, or I could watch it with them, like that.
Dude, I think, with the family, especially for them, because it'll be such a unique thing for them.
Yeah.
I think that adds somewhat to the joy of it.
Yeah, it could.
Because it like reminds me of the time I showed my parents Joker or something, and I was like guiding them through each part.
You showed your parents Joker?
Yeah.
It seems like a very strange thing to like watch.
or Batman, or Batman, the new Batman, the Robert Pattinson Batman. And I was like guiding them because they don't normally like superhero movies and stuff, which I do.
Yeah.
So that adds like a different level of joy,
Yeah.
Because, dude, your parents will have never seen anything like this. It's so different. It's so definitely in the West.
Are there any dance sequences in this movie?
No. Luckily, there aren't.
Yeah.
No dance sequences. No. Yeah, that's strange. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beautiful songs, though. Like, those sort of montages that you normally get.
So there are montages. That's kind
they're montages, but but these songs are like very, very cultural folk songs. you know, so they're
Yeah.
very, very nice. Even I hadn't heard anything like them. Oh yeah, dude, I forgot to mention the music in this movie is very, very nice.
Mm.
Very, very culturally specific to that part. Very, very unique. And yeah, very nice music. Dude, it's strange that this turned into somewhat of like a review of this movie.
That's what that's
We're like
podcast is
movie
about.
reviewers.